A night in the graveyard. This happened last week, and I'm still shaking as I type this. I don't know if I'll ever sleep properly again. I've always been a bit of a thrill seeker, sneaking into abandoned places for the adrenaline rush. But what happened in that graveyard changed me. I need to get this out, and maybe someone here can tell me I'm not losing my mind. It was a rainy night, the kind where the air feels heavy and the world seems to hold its breath. I'd heard stories about the old St. Mary's Cemetery on the edge of town, whispers of strange lights, voices, and shadows that moved against the wind. Perfect, I thought. A creepy graveyard at night, with rain to set the mood. It was like something out of a horror movie, and I was all in. I grabbed my flashlight, a cheap raincoat, and my phone for some shaky video footage to show my friends later. It was around 11 p.m. when I slipped through the rusted gate. The rain was steady, pattering on my hood, turning the dirt paths to mud. The gravestones loomed like silent sentinels, some so old the names were barely legible. Others cracked and leaning as if tired of standing. The air smelled of wet earth and something sour I couldn't place. For the first few minutes, it was just me, the rain, and the thrill of being somewhere I shouldn't. I wandered deeper, my flashlight cutting through the mist, catching glimpses of crosses and weathered angels. Then I heard it, a low, rhythmic sound, like someone tapping a stick against stone. I froze, straining to listen over the rain. It was coming from the far end of the cemetery, near a cluster of mausoleums that looked like they hadn't been touched in decades. I told myself it was nothing, maybe a loose branch caught in the wind, but my gut screamed to leave. Stupidly, I didn't. I crept toward the sound, my boots squelching in the mud. The tapping grew louder, more deliberate, like it was keeping time with my steps. When I reached the mausoleums, the sound stopped abruptly. Silence, except for the rain drumming on my hood. That's when I saw her. She was standing maybe 20 feet away, just beyond the beam of my flashlight. A woman, or at least the shape of one, in a tattered dress that clung to her like it was soaked through. Her head was bowed, hair hanging in wet strands over her face. I couldn't see her eyes, but I felt her watching me. My heart slammed against my ribs, and I fumbled with my phone, trying to get the camera on. The screen flickered, then went black. Dead battery. Despite being fully charged when I left, I called out, my voice cracking, "Hey, you're okay?" Number. Response. She didn't move, didn't twitch, just stood there, still as the graves around us. The rain seemed to fall harder, colder, stinging my face. I took a step back, and that's when she moved, jerking forward like a puppet on strings, her head snapping up. I couldn't see her face clearly, but her mouth. It was too wide, like it had been stretched. I turned and ran, flashlight bobbing wildly, the beam catching glimpses of headstones and gnarled trees. The tapping started again, faster now, echoing from all directions. I swear I heard footsteps behind me, uneven and too quick, like something was lurching after me. The gate was in sight when I tripped, sprawling into the mud. My flashlight rolled away, its light landing on a gravestone. The name carved into it was mine. I scrambled up, heart pounding so hard I thought it had burst. I didn't look back, just sprinted through the gate and didn't stop until I was back in my car, soaked and shaking. The rain stopped the moment I slammed the door shut, like someone had flipped a switch. It was exactly 11:20 p.m., 20 minutes from when I'd entered. I haven't gone back. I can't. But last night, I found mud on my shoes. The same dark, sour-smelling muck from the graveyard. I live alone, and I swear I locked my door. Has anyone else been to St. Mary's? Does anyone know what's going on there? I'm scared to sleep tonight.